All right, now I'm just going to finish up spreadsheet task number 4. So hopefully you have your 6 sheets set up, and all you need to do then is calculate your marks for each category and then the final marks, and grab a comment and paste it into your final results. So I'm going to start you off just creating your category marks. So what you want to do is you want to click on the category. So here I've clicked on the knowledge sheet and I want to calculate their mark. And to calculate their marks, I just simply need to add up their actual marks and divide it by the sum of what the category is out of. So first I'm going to sum what the category is out of. In this case is 25. So here we have 7, 14, and 20. So 20 divided by 25, their mark should be about 80%. So to do that, I'm going to sum their marks and divide them by 25, and then we're just going to multiply them by 100, and as you can see we have 80%. So the next step is to copy that down, but you'll see when we do that suddenly we have a problem, because here we have 7, 14, and 20, but yet there's a 25 in this cell, so something's gone wrong. So I'm going to click on this cell and take a look at it. Well, you'll notice here that we're dividing by E2, which is where the 25 is, but here we're dividing by E3, and here we're dividing by E4. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these, and we're going to try this again. So what Excel does is it makes some assumptions for you that you always want the information from the cell before it, but in this case we don't. We always want the information from cell E2. So in order to do that, we can just use some of our dollar signs. So here, if I put $1 before the E and $1 before the 2, it tells Excel to always keep that cell. And now when I take this data and I drag it down, you'll see that it actually works out exactly how I want it. So our next step is to calculate our final marks. And in order to calculate our final marks, we're going to want to take the averages for John from each of our sheets and multiply them by the weightings that we have been given. 50% for knowledge, 10% for thinking, 10% for communication, and 30% for application. So another nice thing that Excel does is it allows you to pull data from different sheets into one sheet. So to calculate the mark here, then I'm going to go to the final mark sheet. I'm going to hit equals, and I'm going to use my weighting, so 0.5 times, and now I'm going to go to the knowledge sheet. And when I click on the knowledge sheet, I can say get the data for John Smith from cell E3. And then what I want to do is I want to add to that. So I'm just going to go up here and do 10%, so 0.1 for thinking, and I'm going to go to and my multiplication symbol, sorry, and I'm going to go to the thinking sheet and grab the marks for John Smith. Then I'm going to do the same thing for communication. So again, it's 10%. So to that, I'm going to add 0.1 times, and I'm going to go to communication, and I'm going to grab the data for John Smith. And then to that, I'm going to add 30%, so 0.3 times, and I'm going to go to the application, and I'm going to grab the numbers for John Smith, and I'm going to hit enter, and now you'll see that it's actually calculated the mark here in my sheet. And so I can similarly drag that down to 5, and I'll see all their marks. Now, one thing that you need to realize is I accidentally forgot to put their students in. So I'm going to insert a cell, and I'm just going to go to application and grab the names of the student, and go back to my final marks and grab their final marks. So what I want you to do right now is to take a look at the VLOOKUP function. Go on to Google Help, or sorry, Excel Help, or go up onto Google and look up the VLOOKUP function and see if you can actually figure out how to use that one on your own. And we'll take it up the next time I see you. So good luck getting all these done, and see you on Thursday.